how do they actually impact the story?
They impact it exactly as the market showed yesterday. The pound went down minutes after Brexit. It fell faster than against all its other major rivals. And the reason is people will draw that line, whether rightly or wrongly. And David Cameron himself has been out in recent weeks and said being in the EU makes Britain safer and stronger. And something that occurs like yesterday in Brussels challenges that view. And there are other parties, such as UKIP, who he slammed yesterday, will draw a thick line between that, and there are others who will just draw an inference or raise an eyebrow.
What's the mood like in the Belgian government, Ambassador? There's been criticism of the handling of this, both of the government and the security forces. The spotlight, of course, has been on Belgium since the Paris terror attacks in November. It's led to the question, how was this allowed to happen?
We may be perhaps more vulnerable than other countries given the openness of our society. We are one of the most open countries in the world. As a matter of fact, we happen to be the most open economy in the world, and that openness normally is an asset, but sometimes it becomes difficult, because when things are well in the world, you benefit from it. When things are less well, you are subject to problems, as we right now face.
What needs to be done on a Europe-wide level in order to combat terrorism?
If there is a lesson to be learned from the recent past, I would say, it's exactly that the cooperation among European countries has to be strengthened. I think increasingly most of the countries are fully aware about that. As you know, our Prime Minister spoke with Mr. Hollande yesterday, and that was one of the topics he addressed. Now, what is the point? The point is that intelligence should not only be gathered, it should also be exchanged, and beyond the exchange of information, the intelligence should be actually used by the final destinations, and that's not always the case. So there is some work to be done, but I think the awareness now is fully there.